Hello Adventist retirees, this is Steve Thurman with Medigap Tennessee, and I'm creating a new video for the 2018 Medigap claim reimbursement. I created a video last year, 2017. It was a bit long-winded, so I'm going to try to do this again and just cut the time down a bit shorter. The video I created last year, I sent a link out to everybody. You should have it. It's very detailed, so feel free to reference that at any time. It's still on the website, and you can access it at your leisure. This video is hopefully just going to be a bit quicker. The process with AON has changed slightly, not drastically, so it's going to be pretty much the same scenario as last year, as I outlined in the video, but it is a little bit different, and I'll show you the slight differences there. A few things. This video, you only need to watch this video if you paid for your Medigap plan premium annually in one lump sum for the year. I repeat, you only need to watch this video if you paid for your Medigap plan premium annually in one lump sum for the year, or if this is the first time that you are filing a claim with AON, whether you paid monthly, annually, quarterly, or semi-annually. If this is the first time that you are filing a claim for reimbursement with AON, you also need to watch this video. If you filed a claim for reimbursement with AON last year and you are paying monthly for your Medigap plan premiums, you should have chosen to be automatically reimbursed going forward. Therefore, you do not, I repeat, if you paid monthly last year, you do not need to file a new claim. AON will continue to automatically reimburse you on a monthly basis if you filed for a claim last year and you are paying monthly. So again, only watch this video if this is the first time you're ever filing a claim, as in if you're a brand new retiree and just retired this year, or if you are paying annually and you paid annually last year and you also paid annually this year. Those are the only two scenarios in which you need to watch this video. Again, if you paid monthly last year, AON should continue to automatically reimburse you on a monthly basis, and you've probably noticed that they've already reimbursed you continually going forward, as long as you chose that automatic reimbursement option. I'm just going to get to it now. So first things first, we need to open up an internet browser, whether it's Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer, or Google Chrome. I use Google Chrome personally, so I'm just going to open this up. Go right up here to the URL in the top corner. Don't do a search here. You want to go right up here to the URL a locator right up here in the top corner. On Chrome, it's right at the top. Some browsers, it may be on the right-hand side, but it's the very top space where you can enter in information. And right here, we're going to type retiree.aon.com and simply press enter. Again, that's retiree.aon.com and simply press enter. And it's going to take us right to the AON website. Now, you'll notice right off the bat, if this is your second time doing this, the landing page here at AON is slightly different, but navigating to the right places is very similar. So it's a little bit different than last year. First thing we do is go up here to the top right corner, and we're going to log in. If you've already created an account, and this is your second time accessing AON, you're simply going to go here to the login button. If this is your first time doing this, if this is your first time accessing the AON web portal and you have not registered yet, you absolutely need to register by clicking right here on the registration button and following through the steps. If you need help with that, guidance with that, you can always call AON, of course. You can also call me and I'll guide you through this process. So again, we're just going to go ahead and log in since we've already created and registered for our AON web portal account. So we're just going to log in here and access Mom's account. So her information is already in there. That's her username. Her password's already in there. I've got that saved from last year. So we're simply going to click the login button. And that will take us to a new landing page. It looks a bit different than it did last year as well. So last year you had stuff here on the left-hand side that you chose. This year you simply scroll down here to the middle, and we are looking for, actually no, we don't scroll down in the middle, we go up here to My Account. So it is similar to last year, but the landing page is a bit different. So again, go up here to My Account, simply click on My Account, Anytime your pointer arrow turns into a hand arrow, you can click on something. So anytime it turns into a hand, it's clickable. So we're going to click there on My Account, and we're going to go to all the way down, scroll all the way down to where it says Health Reimbursement Account, HRA, because that's what we want access to. Health Reimbursement Account. Click right there. It's going to bring us to the next page. And at this point, you're going to get a little bit of information on your health reimbursement account. Again, my mother collects, she gets the benefits through my father. My mom didn't work directly with the church, but my dad did. And he was about 2 months short of being fully vested 35 years. So my mom is in category B, which means she gets $14.64 annually. We have not filed claim for this money yet, so it is sitting in her YSA, her spending account. HRA stands for Health Reimbursement Account. YSA stands for Your Spending Account. They're essentially one in the same. If you'll notice, those of you that did this last year, when you see the deposit go into your checking account, it usually shows up as YSA, which stands for Your Spending Account. It's the same thing. Health Reimbursement Account, Your Spending Account. It's the same account which has the money that the church gives you in it to reimburse yourself from. So again, shows the money she has there. We're just going to scroll down here a bit until we see this red button. And this is what we want right here, because we want to manage her health reimbursement account. And this is where we're going to file claim for reimbursement. Click on that Manage My HRA. It's going to launch a new window. And this should look familiar. This looks very much like it did last year. Maybe a few changes here in the process, but it shouldn't have changed much from last year. You'll see right here at the top left corner, it says Sharp EX. That stands for Sharp Expenses. Again, Sharp is the old coverage you had, most of you had last year. Now those that are just now retiring into AON from group coverage, it may not say Sharp expense account right here. It may say something else because you didn't actually get to access and utilize Sharp because you still had group coverage and you retired after they discontinued Sharp. But Mom had Sharp for several years up until last year when they discontinued Sharp. So it says Sharp for her. It may say something different for you. It doesn't matter. This should still show similar to on your screen, to what you're seeing on your screen when you go through this process. So again, 2017 available balance is gone because we filed claim for that in full last year. You have until April 30th here. Although balances may be rolled over each year, you have until April 30th to submit eligible expenses to occur in the that occurred in the prior year. So if you folks, any of you folks have not filed claim for 2017 expenses, you have until April 30th to do so, and I highly, highly recommend you get on that. If you need help with it, if you're scared to do it, if you're intimidated, you've got AON, you can call them directly, tell them exactly what you need to do. They have an entire team, claim reimbursement team, that should help you with that. You can, of course, always call me as well, and I will walk you through the process. So we did this last year, so her 2017 available balance is gone. If you'll notice here, she does have $14.64 every year in disbursement, but you'll see her 2018 available balance has already dropped a little bit, and that's because, remember, AON automatically reimburses for the drug plan premium each month, which she still has. If you get you have to get the drug plan through AON in order to qualify for the HRA, so they automatically reimburse you that to your checking account, and that's why this does not reflect $14.64, but it reflects the $14.35.70, because my mother has paid for her drug plan, and they've already reimbursed her at least 1 month's premium for that drug plan automatically. So what we want to do is get the rest of this out and reimburse her for as much as we can for her Medigap plan premium. And this is, if you'll see right here, the recent activity. This is that $28.30 that came out of that $14.64, leaving what's left over there. And that is her drug plan premium. And it's scheduled, the next one you can see here is going to come out on February 5th, $28.30. Actually, it probably won't come out at all because we're going to drain this account before that date gets here. But you can see here where her WellCare Classic prescription drug plan was approved, and then she paid for it from her Social Security check, and then they reimbursed for it to her checking account here. Okay, first things first, again, if this is new to you folks, the first thing you want to do is add your checking account. If you've not done so before, you need to add your checking account and tie it to your AON account so that you can get reimbursed by a direct deposit. If you do not do so, AON will cut you a physical check. If you prefer that, that's certainly fine. That's up to you. You can keep it that way. But the direct deposit is very convenient and nice and hassle-free. So I do recommend that you choose the direct deposit. So if you've not added your bank account, you need to go here to edit your profile. Okay? Click on edit your profile. And you can see right here where it says direct deposit information. This is my mother's banking account. Of course, I'm blocking all of this out so you can't see her account number and routing number. Actually, the routing number is public knowledge, so that's no big deal. You can see that. But this is her account number, and they've already taken some security measures there and blocked most of it out. So this is her Regions Bank checking account that she has tied to her account. If she needed to change that or edit it, she can simply click on Change. If you want to add a new account, you'll have an option here. If we deleted this, it would have an option here to add in your checking account. Simply click on that option and add your checking information to tie a checking account to your AON health reimbursement account. Again, you want to do this for a very quick way to get your refund back into your checking account. And again, you can change this at any time, change it to a different checking account, change it to a savings account, what have you. But again, to go to that process, you want to go from the main page here to edit your profile, and then add or edit, change, delete your checking account right here. Claim information, this is some other information here. My mother didn't have any mobile information here, but you can add different things here if you want to get text message correspondence, change your email address, etc. Feel free to make any of those adjustments there that you would like. Okay, so we're going to pretend like you've already added your checking account, and what we need to do now is get reimbursed, because we want to reimburse ourselves for the expense of the Medigap plan premium. So right here on the right-hand side, simply click on Get Reimbursed. And this is a multi-step process, so this is where you need to pay attention very closely and make sure we get everything right so we get it done in one shot. Now here are your two main options. Just read everything before you click on anything. Read everything on the page. Choose how to send your receipts or documentation. Again, remember, we have to prove that mom is still covered by her Medigap plan, and we have to prove that she is paid for that plan. So we have to show receipts or documentation of the aforementioned. So you are required to send us receipts and other documentation for all expenses to process your claim. Remember, all these funds are sitting in your account, but you cannot have access to them unless you prove that you've incurred the expense to reimburse yourself. Choose one method to send your documents. So I'm going to go over this a little bit clearer than I did, more clearly than I did last year. I choose the upload method because it is the easiest way, in my opinion, and the fastest way to get reimbursed. So that's what we're going to do today. However, if you would prefer to fax or mail, snail mail, physically mail in your documents, you can choose this option as well. The process is going to be similar. It'll be a little bit different, but it's a step-by-step process, and it walks you through it. So you shouldn't have a trouble if you choose this option to fax or email your documentation and receipts for your claim. Feel free to do that. I would encourage you to upload it. It's much quicker. But if you don't know how to scan and get things like your banking information and your policy information into a PDF file form, that's a common digital file form. If you don't know how to do that, then the fax or the email may be the better way to go, and you can simply fax in your hard copies of your documentation and receipts by using this way. What it does is it creates a cover sheet, allows you to print and sign that cover sheet, and then you simply send that cover sheet and documents via fax or email. So it's a three-step process there. Right here is a two-step process. We simply attach the documents, and then we send the attachments to the site by clicking a button. So I definitely suggest this if you're welcome to do that. Again, if you'll float over here, you'll see some extra information. You can upload electronic copies of documents through this site if the files meet all of those requirements. Here are the file formats you can send: JPEG, PDF. That's what we're going to do, is PDF file form. But you can also send image files such as GIFs, GIFs, JPEGs, TIFF files, PNG files, or bitmap files. Those are all image documents, but we're going to do the PDF file version. The size of each file is 5 megabytes or less, so you need to make sure that whatever you're sending in is small enough. If it's too big, they will reject it. The total size of all files cannot exceed 10 megs, which should not be a problem at all. Each file should not exceed 25 pages, which also shouldn't be a problem. If you are scanning your documents in, if you're scanning in a really high resolution document, they can get to be over 5 megs in size, so you're going to have to simply reduce the image quality of the document. As long as it's still legible, I mean, you can get away with 200 dpi. I like to do things 300 dpi, but sometimes that creates a really big file and it's too big to send. So anyway, it'll just tell you if the file is too big, and you simply have to scan it in at a smaller resolution. Most files that you download, as in downloading banking documents from like a bank statement from your online bank account, those are all going to be very small files, so it shouldn't be an issue. It's only when you're actually scanning in receipts or other documents that the files can get fairly large, depending on the settings that you have on your scanner. So anyway, I don't want to get into too technical stuff to overwhelm you, but we're going to choose upload here. So simply choose that option. We're going to drop down here to the next box, enter expenses. You can enter up to 8 expenses. Choose add new expense if you have more expenses to enter. So all we're doing is going to show one expense here for the year. My mother still has a Plan F, so she will not be filing claim for a Plan G that has a Part B deductible. Her Plan F does not have a Part B deductible. She's paying more for it. I wish we could have put her on the Plan G, but since she had double knee surgery around last year, she has to wait at least 2 years from that point before she'll be eligible for a Plan G. So she still has Plan F. Nice part about that is no deductible involved, but she definitely pays quite a bit more for that plan, unfortunately. Still less than what she would have paid through AON though, which is great. So, all right, expense 1, type of service. Simply choose from the drop-down menu here what the type of service is. This is a premium. It is the premium for her Medigap plan, so that's what we are going to choose. We're getting reimbursed on her Medigap plan premium. When you choose premium, you'll notice the screen flash there, and you now have some new options to enter. Insurance provider. This is where you simply type in the name of your insurance provider. And if you'll notice, as you type, it should populate. Her insurance provider is Medico Corp Life Insurance Company. As you type there, again, I'll do that again. As you type, it should propagate the different options for you. In other words, if you have Mutual of Omaha, let's see if that pops up. It does not. So we're going to go Medico Corp Life Insurance Company. I'm guessing it propagates of something that you've put in there before, and since we entered that in last year, it's giving us that option again. So if this is your first time doing it, simply type in the full name of your insurance carrier there, whether it's American National Life Insurance Company of Texas, whether it's Mutual of Omaha, whether it's Guarantee Trust Life, whether it's Government Personal Mutual, whether it's Aetna, Cigna, what have you. Enter the full name of the company that you are paying your Medigap plan premiums to. If you wonder what that is, simply look on your bank statement and it'll show who you are paying to, and that's what you'd want to enter in there. Choose type. Okay, this is going to be a Medicare medical or Medicare. Let's see here. It doesn't give Medigap plan premium here. It's not a late enrollment penalty. It's obviously not dental. It could be Medicare medical, considered Medicare medical, but it's more specifically it's a Medigap or Medicare Supplemental Plan premium, which is not listed here. The Medicare Part B would be the Medicare Part B deductible. So we're just going to choose Other. We're going to choose Other here from the drop-down menu. You can probably choose Medicare Medical if you'd like, because technically your Medigap plan is covering the Medicare medical aspect of your insurance. It's picking up that other 20% that Medicare Part B does not cover. So you could probably choose that, but just to play it safe, we're going to choose Other here. My mother's Medigap plan premium this year increased, like most of yours did. Her Medigap plan premium this year is $16.88 in change, and $16.88 in change. So I'm going to look up exactly what that is before I type it in. So my mother's Medigap plan premium for her Medigap Plan F with Medico was $16.88.83. So that's what we're going to type in there. That's the amount. Now, obviously, she doesn't have that much in her health reimbursement account, her YSA spending account. She only has $14.35 and change in there, but that's okay. We want to put the full amount that we paid for, and that will absolutely drain that $14.35 in full. So they won't reject it just because we're asking for more than what's in there. They'll simply give her what is left in that account. Okay, frequency. This is obviously being paid annually, okay? So we're going to choose annually here, but I'm going to show you if you choose monthly what happens. If you are paying for your Medigap plan premium monthly, and this is your first time filing claim, you can choose monthly here, and then this pop-up pops up here. Set up premium auto reimbursement. You want to absolutely choose yes here, because if you do so, you don't have to do this every year on an ongoing basis. They will continue to automatically reimburse you, automatically auto reimbursement. So you would choose monthly, and then when that pop-up pops up, you choose yes, set up premium auto reimbursement. You want to do that. Since mom is paying annually because she likes getting it back really quick in one lump sum, we're not going to do that option here. So we're going to go back here and switch it to annually. Again, I'm going to show you this one more time. If you are paying monthly, choose monthly from the drop-down menu. Wait for that that pop-up to pop up. Actually, it doesn't pop up again, but we are going to set up premium auto. If you would want to set up auto premium reimbursement right there by clicking on the yes. If you click the no button, then it wouldn't auto reimburse you. You want to get auto reimbursed so you don't have to do this constantly. And then if you want to read that here, the advantage of premium auto reimbursement. By using premium auto reimbursement, you'll no longer need to submit your premiums each month. You'll be automatically reimbursed from your HRA. You can stop or change your premium auto reimbursement amounts at any time. So that simply means you don't have to file a claim every month. You file it once, they automatically reimburse you. And I've been told directly by AON that they will continue to do so on a month-to-month basis, even into new years. So once again, you don't have to, if you're paying monthly, you do not have to go through this process every year to reclaim a refile for monthly reimbursement, unless you want to simply get that money out of your health reimbursement account and into your checking account faster because your monthly premium increased, if that makes sense. So if you had a surplus last year and your monthly reimbursements did not drain your Medigap, your monthly reimbursements did not drain your health reimbursement account in full, then you might want to file a new claim for that higher premium that you're paying each month now, and therefore you'll get that closer to draining that account on an annual basis. Again, the idea is to get all of that money out of your health reimbursement account and into your personal checking account as quickly as possible. Again, if you have anything left over, it'll simply roll over to the next year. So no harm, no foul, but you want to get that money back into your checking account as soon as possible. We don't know how long the church is going to be giving these disbursements. I'd hate if they pulled the plug on it and you've got money in there that was owed you, and then you couldn't access it. As far as I know, they're going to keep giving you these disbursements annually indefinitely, but we don't know what the future may hold. So again, try to get those funds out of your health reimbursement account and into your personal checking account as quick as possible. This is also why I like doing this annually. Yes, it's a pain to have to file a claim every year, but I'm assured that Mom will get the entire amount drained out of her health reimbursement account and back into her checking account much quicker this way. Okay, so we're going to change this again since it's for mom. We're going to change this to annually. Again, choose monthly and do the automatic reimbursement, or choose quarterly if you're paying that way. Some of you may be paying semi-annually twice a year. You can choose other and go that route if you'd like. But mom's paying annually, so we're doing it in one lump sum. Her begin date was 1/1/2018. Okay, it doesn't like that, so we're going to actually choose from the calendar. It just says month, and year. So we're going to go 1/2018 there. End date is 1/2019. She is covered. She is paid in full for the year, so she is covered from January 1st, 2018 to January 1st, 2019. And so just put those figures in there. Make sure you get it right as they ask here. The month dash 4-letter year right there. Name. This is my mother, so we're going to put her name in here. And again, remember it's asking for last name and then first name, and it propagates all automatically from what she put last year. So Thurman Judy is how we're doing this. We don't have any other expenses to add. This is her only expenses, that Plan F premium that she pays each year. She doesn't have a deductible to file since she has the Plan F. So she doesn't have to file for that Part B deductible of $183. But again, she is paying more for it. So no other expenses to add, so we're simply going to click continue here. If you have other expenses and you want to file claim for them, by all means do so. Simply click here on add new expense, and a new expense option should propagate there. And again, it just pops up here, expense 1, expense 2. So you go through the same process again. You choose what the expense is, and you add all the things in there, and then if you add a third expense, click add a new expense, so on and so forth. We only have one expense, so we're going to delete this one, and it'll just go away for us. So again, everything looks good. Double check everything before you click the next page. Make sure your numbers are accurate in there. You want to file claim for the full amount regardless of what is in your health reimbursement account. They will simply, they will only give you what's in your account, but you want to file claim for what is written on your bank statement and your premiums statement from your carrier. So we're going to go ahead and click continue now. Everything looks good on the page. Paying annually, $1688.83. We're going to go ahead and click continue and go to the next page. Okay. Review everything here. We're going to review the expenses. The type of expense is a premium. Insurance provider is Medico Corp Life Insurance Company. Type is other. That means it's a Medigap plan premium. It didn't give us that option, so other makes the most sense. Again, if you chose Medicare Medical, you would probably be okay there. But they're going to see what it is anyway. I don't know how strict they are about this, so we're just choosing other to play it safe. My mom's name, last and first, and the total requested amount. She will not get that amount back because she doesn't have that amount in her account, but they will give her what is left in the account. If you need to make any changes at this point, simply click Make Changes. It'll go back to the previous page. You edit the information and then continue again. So we're going to move right along, continue to the next page. This is where we upload the documents right here. We're going to upload documents. To upload receipts or documentation for expenses. This is where you choose the digital file that is on your computer and simply upload it. Okay? So we're going to choose the file. I'm going to go here to where my mother's files are. Let's see here. My documents. Where's mom's file? Judy Thurman. And I've got it already categorized here. For her 2018 Medico claim. Okay, so I've got just to play it safe here. I've got 3 documents here. I'd rather provide them with more information than they need, so I don't have to go back and provide them with something else. So I've got 3 documents here. One is her Medico proof of insurance. This is a proof that she has coverage from Medico. The other one is a Medico proof of payment. This proves that she has paid Medico for her Medigap plan premium for the year. And then the third is her bank statement, Regions bank statement, which shows the premium that she has paid. So these are the documents I'm going to upload. You can upload all of these in one. You could combine this to one PDF if you want and just upload one file. I'm going to keep it separated so it's easier for them to read and they know where to look for what they need to show to find proof that you've paid for your premiums. So I keep them separated. Again, you can create one bigger PDF file If you'll notice here, the kilobyte size of these files is very small, so we're not even going to hit even close to a megabyte here in size, and you've got a 10 megabyte limit, so plenty of space here. These files are small enough. If you do scan in and create the PDF files via scanner, then your files may be a bit bigger, and you might have to shrink them in size or shrink the resolution smaller so you can upload it. But anyway, we're just going to go from the top here. We're going to click this first one, simply double click it. If you'll notice here, it attached the file right there. You can see where it's attached. Oh, I'm going to go back here again since I clicked that again. So you can see where it pops up here. We're going to choose upload, okay? We're uploading that one file, and you'll notice that file shows up right here, Medico Proof of Insurance 2018. If that's the wrong file, if you notice that you've uploaded the wrong file, you can delete that file and start over. We're going to upload the second file here, Medico Proof of Payment. Simply choose it. It shows up right here. We click Upload. Again, adds that second file right there. Judy Thurman Medico Proof of Payment 2018. Again, if we messed up, we can delete that file. We're still not even at a meg yet. We've got a 10 megabyte limit here, so it'll show you this, the size of all of your files you've uploaded. So let's add that third file, the Regions Bank statement, showing that she has paid for that policy in full. You choose the file, attach it, and then click Upload. It uploads it right here. You've got all three files right there in place. You may have this in all one file. You may have it in 6, 10 different files. As long as it's under 10 megabyte limit, you're going to be fine. Again, err on the side of caution, and if you don't know if you should send something into them, just send it to them. That way you don't have to do this again. So give them more information than what they ask for if you're unsure. But really all you need is proof that you have coverage and proof that you've paid for said coverage. And that's usually a policy declaration page. I was able to print off right here, Medico Proof of Insurance from the Medico site for my mother. Most of you do have access to your carrier's website where you can go on as a member and get all of the information you need. You can also call your carrier and say, I just need proof that I'm covered for the year. I need proof of insurance, or I need a receipt or a statement showing that I've paid and I'm covered for the year. You can request that and they'll send it to you. Most of the time they'll email it to you and you can get it fairly quickly. If you need to get it snail mail, they'll send it that way as well. But reach out to your carrier. If you don't know how to procure these documents, reach out to your carrier and just tell them what you're trying to do. Say, I'm trying to file a claim for reimbursement. I have a health reimbursement account and I'm trying to file a claim for reimbursement. I need proof that I am covered and have paid for said coverage. And if they send you a document that proves you have coverage and that you've paid for it, that should be all you need to send in. You don't even need to send in a bank statement because you're showing them right there that you've got coverage and that you've paid for it all in one document. Maybe two if they send you two different sheets. But again, it doesn't matter where you pull it from as long as it's proving that you've got the coverage and that you've paid for it. So we're just doing it this way because I'm giving you a few different examples. But if you call your carrier directly, they can provide a statement showing that you're covered and that you have paid for it for the year. And that's one document, only one document that you should have to submit. So, okay, we've got everything we need here. Let's read the fine print. Here we want to make sure we read everything thoroughly. Note, by uploading documents and submitting your premiums for reimbursement, you agree that any premium paid through the account hasn't been reimbursed. That's correct. We've not filed for reimbursement this year. You also agree not to seek reimbursement from another plan for any premiums paid by the account. Claims decisions will be made according to plan provisions. In other words, we're not double filing for this claim with another situation or carrier. We're only filing claim with AON for this amount. I certify that the information that I'm providing is correct and the premium for which I'm requesting reimbursement were incurred for coverage received by me or my eligible dependents, were for coverage that began on the indicated premium begin date, haven't been reimbursed from any other source, and won't be submitted for future reimbursement. So that's just keeping you honest again. We've got all our documents there. All we're going to do now is submit claim. We're going to submit for that claim and get that money back here. Last year it only took about 3 to 4 days, and it was back in her checking account very quickly. So I'm going to hit the submit claim button, Claim created successfully. What happens next? After your receipts and documentation have been received, your claim will be processed within 10 days. And that's 10 days. That's including the business week and weekends. So it may take a little bit longer since I'm doing this on the weekend. But regardless, she got it back really quick last year, so I do expect her to get it back quick again this year. So what do you need to do next? You can, at this point, print this page for your records. If you want to do that, simply click that button. You can go to the account summary. You can check the status of your claim. Let's go ahead. I know we just submitted the claim, but let's go ahead and check the status of it and see what it says. So we're going to check right here in this lower one, check the status of your claim. It's going to go to the claim status process page here, and it's going to show here her latest claim, which was where her WellCare drug plan was approved, premium, and that will continue to be approved each month. Actually, it won't, because this next claim is going to wipe out her HRA account, but at least she got 1 month's back there of the 2830. We were a little late doing it this year than we were last year. As many of you know, I've got a little one, and so I have been a bit more preoccupied this year with not even a toddler, an infant, than I was last year. So I was a little bit late on getting mom's claim in this year compared to last year. Second one that's showing here is the one that we just filed. So that's her new transaction number. This is the service date that she's getting service for filing that claim. Medicorp Life Insurance Company is her Medigap plan carrier. You'll see here the status of her claim is in process. Your transaction is being reviewed and a final decision will be made in a few days. You can click back to this healthcare claims tab here at any time and check on the status of your claim on an ongoing basis, and you should see that change within a few days once they've actually processed it. So again, the premium is what we're filing for, and the expense amount, date submitted, and the requested amount, and we're good to go. They haven't paid us yet because it's still in processing. So that's it. We're going to go back here to the account summary. Familiarize yourself with these different tabs. Click through them. See what is what these different tabs are. Again, you can go up here to the healthcare tab. You can create a new claim. You can view your current claims, manage premium auto reimbursement. You can see your eligible sharp expenses. Just click around. Click around here and just poke around and see what you can do on these pages. Most of the pages are very clear and self-explanatory. But if you have questions, dial up AON, call them. You know, they've got a knowledge center right here, which should have access to different questions that you may have. Kind of a frequently asked questions section. It explains how the retiree health reimbursement account works. Let's see here, some of the receipts and what you need to do there if you're filing for, say, drug plan, drug copay, and you want to send in receipts, what have you. If you've got money in your account and you're incurring expenses, you can absolutely file a claim for anything medical related, and you need to do so because that money just sits in there and it'll never come out unless you file a claim for it. So I encourage you again, if you've got funds left in your account from last year and you've incurred expenses last year that you've not filed a claim for, file a claim for them. Reimburse yourself because they're not going to get back in your checking account if you don't. So that's it in a nutshell. Again, I'm at your service. If you've got questions about this process, reach out to me directly. Do not hesitate to call. You should have my number handy. Direct number 615-438-8359. Again, 615-438-8359. AON's popping up there. And just simply reach out to me and I will walk you through this process. We can actually do a team viewer session where I can actually view your computer screen and I can guide you and direct you on exactly what to do, what to type in, what to upload, etc. Once you do this, it's actually a really simple process. Don't overthink it and give it a shot. Do the upload process if you can. It's the easiest way to do it. If you have to print out documentation and fax it in or snail mail it in, that's fine as well. Whatever works best for you, however you want to do it, but don't let that money sit in your account. It's money that is owed you, and you should file a claim for it as soon as possible. Hope this finds you folks doing well. I hope you had a wonderful holidays season, and we're already full bore into the new year. I can't believe it's almost February already, so where does time go? Reach out if you need me. Take care. Bye-bye.